friends, this is Becky. Happy Friday and welcome back to my channel. On my channel, I am going through my good midlife crisis where I am journeying through my 40s, working oh so hard to get my poop in a group. In order to do this, I have been working on my physical, my financial, and my mental health. And today's journey is going to be a financial health journey. Welcome to my YNAB. What I do every Friday morning is I come on here and I invite you to join me. Thank you so much for doing so as I budget out my money and assign it jobs so that I know what I can spend each week and what I can't spend. And and today is Friday, September the 1st, and I got paid. I also have rollover from last week. I got some interest on my checking account. I didn't even know I got interest on my checking account. I got 9 whole cents, y'all. 9 cents. I'm a baller. Also moved some money out of some categories into other categories. I was challenged from a fellow YouTuber, so we're going to talk about that in a second. And I have some updates from Ice Bowl last weekend. I still don't have any pictures, so if you watched my other videos this week, I'm still waiting for Ice Bowl to post their pictures, so I still can't, I don't have any to share right now other than the ones I've already shared. Um, Also, it is 7:40 because I did something super unusual for me last night, and I went to dinner. That's not unusual. But I split a pitcher of margaritas, and I never do that. And then I came home and I tried to close out my budget. Well, that's not unusual. I always close out my budget on Thursday nights. But me trying to focus on closing out my budget after half a pitcher of margaritas was hilarious. And finally, I gave up and I was like, I'm gonna have to do it tomorrow morning. So now it's 7:44, and I did finally close out my budget, but that put me a little bit behind. So that was on me. That's my bad. I'm sorry. But in my defense, mango margaritas are amazing. Who knew? I didn't know. I've never had one before. And now I know. And I wish I didn't know because of the challenge that I have been challenged to do. So let's get that out of the way right away. Um, Liz over at Balance and Budget, if you are not following her channel, you should be because she's amazing. I have been following her since I started my YouTube journey. She is also a digital budgeter, but she does not use YNAB. She has a spreadsheet that she created that she gives away for free. So if you're looking for a way of doing digital budgeting, but you don't want to pay for YNAB or you just don't want to use YNAB, you're looking for a good spreadsheet that is already set up for you, go check out Liz's channel and see if her spreadsheet is something that you could think you could use, or if you could use a version of it and maybe tweak it for yourself. She is giving it away for free. Anyway, and that's not like a limited time thing. She always offers her spreadsheets for free. So I will link her channel below. She's also doing this challenge, but she emailed me last week and was like, hey girl, I think I need to do this. Would you be interested? And I was like, yes, I need to do it too. You're so right. So this is what I'm going to do. She challenged me to do a low spend, not a no spend, but a low spend September. And it is absolutely something that I have to do because, as I've mentioned, when the kids are here, Nathan's kids, Nathan is my roommate. When the kids are here, I do spend a lot of money in the summertime. So I have tried to do no spend months before and they backfire. If somehow I am able to do them, I always end up way overspending the next month just because I have to make up for it. Um, and if I or I just fail. I just fail completely. So, like, I get to a certain point and then I just blow all the money that I hadn't spent. So, I'm going to do a low spend. I have set up some rules for myself that I have written down, and I will go over them with you in a moment. And then I would like you to go check out Liz's video because she is also going to be posting a video today where she is going to be doing the same thing. She has set up a low spend challenge for herself this month. So I will link her video below when she has posted that video. So before we get started, I'm going to do a super, super quick YNAB spiel because it wouldn't really be a Becky YNAB video if I didn't. This app that I use to budget out my video, this is YNAB. It stands for You Need a Budget. And this is a digital cash stuffing method that I use, that I love, that I have been using for almost exactly 3 years now. absolutely has changed my life. It is a paid subscription, but you get a free trial for 34 days if you use the link in my description below, the description box. You don't put any credit card information in, any checking information in. They cannot charge you unless you decide you want to sign up for it. So it's a completely risk-free trial. You set up a budget, you try it out for 34 days. If at the end of the 34 days you decide, not for me, I don't like it, it's too expensive, it's too complicated, for whatever reason, you decide you don't want it, you just stop logging in and it goes away and they don't charge you. If you do like it, however, and you decide you want to sign up for it, if you've used my link, when you sign up for your annual subscription, you will get an additional 30 days for free. And as a thank you, they will send me 30 days for free as well. So you will get 64 days for free of YNAB for signing up with my link. That's all I'm going to say. I will try to point out some features as we go through. My computer's being really laggy. I'm running short on time. All of this is not new. And I want to talk about this challenge. And it's the first day of the month. Oh my goodness, that's going to bother me a lot. So let's just get into this. I'm going to shrink myself up into the corner and we're going to get started. Happy Friday. Also, today would have been my birthday. Happy birthday, Daddy. But my dad did pass away 3 years ago. So, but today would have been his birthday. So, yeah. Okay. I am going to get started. This money up here is a paycheck, like 3 something of cash back, 9 cents of interest, and then like also 9 cents that I pulled out of my Costco account that I've like for my Costco membership because I just went ahead and paid that a little bit early because I had it funded and I got my rewards check. So I just went ahead and renewed the Costco membership. So this is what I have to budget out today. So let's go over my rules as I start budgeting. So also, I just want to point out, y'all, my days of buffering is positive. It is positive. Anybody watch My Cousin Vinny? Positive. Anyway, that not going to be positive as soon as I've paid my bills. I have to pay my rent today. I have to pay my car insurance, my mom's car insurance. Those are all due today. As soon as those get paid today, that's not going to be positive. But for right now, it's positive. So I'm taking my wins where I get them. Dining out gets $50 a week. My challenge for myself, because if you know me, my 2 biggest spend categories are dining out and giving. My only challenge to myself in giving is to just stick to my budget. I am not allowed to add any more money to this category. And that is going to be hard because my friend Randy's birthday is this month. And my best friend growing up, my Jay, his son turns 1 this month. Those are some biggies. Also, my great nephew is about to be 1 next month. And so I know that I'm going to start wanting to buy things for him. Giving is just a really hard thing for me. It's not hard for me to give. It's really hard for me to not give. So it's going to be really hard for me to stick to $100. It's going to be really hard. This is probably going to be the hardest part of this challenge for me is sticking to this $100. But y'all hold me accountable. This is what I need to do. I need to stick to my budget category. Dining out, I am limiting myself to once a week, which I don't think will be hard. If you saw my September budget setup, if you haven't, I will link it below. But if you saw my September budget setup, I was limiting myself to twice a week. In my head, I was thinking once a week for nachos and once a week. I normally go pick up breakfast or something on my way to church. I probably will not pick up something on my way to church. I will only go out once a week to go get nachos. But if I do go get something on my way to church, I can't get nachos. That's just the way it is. And so once a week is my challenge to myself for dining out. That does not include the meal after church. That I do not include in my dining out category. That comes out of my ecclesial expenses. But if I don't go out after church, if I don't use that money, that doesn't get to go into my dining out category. That just goes back into my budget. What did I say about groceries? Absolutely no going over. This should be fine. I should be fine on this one. I'm hoping. I did go over this week, but that is because I paid for all of the groceries and I did not put them into Splitwise. That was a decision that I made personally, just because Nathan kept talking about how much money he spent when the kids were here, and um, he did. He took them on a couple of trips, and um, I'm just trying to find where I am in my list because I'm talking to y'all about something else as I'm doing this. He's took them on a couple of trips, like they went to Houston, they went to NASA, they went to a couple of concerts. Um, he had his aunt in town. He had his dad's dog here for a while, who she did get picked up. So now we got to get the carpet steam cleaned because she's 16 and not very housebroken. The sweetest dog, but just not house trained. Hang on. Speaking of him, he's home from the gym. Um, but anyway, so I just paid for the groceries this week, and so I went like $9 over. That's okay. I'm glad I could do it. But in September, absolutely no going over. Um, what else did I say? I think a only other rule is no whamming. If you are familiar with YNAB, whamming is where you move money from one category to another category to cover an overspending. So I'm not going to be, hopefully, spending my dining out money. That does not mean that I can move that to my giving category to spend extra money in giving. That is not what that means. That means I still can only stick to my $100 in my giving category. I can't wham it and cheat that way. I can only spend $100 in giving. And I haven't officially decided what I am doing with what I don't spend. I saw, think it was Libby. I saw the comments, but I haven't had a chance to respond to them yet, and really sit down and read them. That's my plan for this weekend because it's Labor Day weekend. I have a long weekend and I don't really have super extra plans. Excuse me, but I did see somebody suggest that I move that to my vacation fund. That is an excellent idea, and I may do that. But right now, I'm thinking either vacation fund or possibly emergency fund, just because I don't have anything in an emergency fund. And at 43, I feel like I should probably have something sitting in an emergency fund, even if it's only whatever I manage to scrape together from this low spend. So I'm thinking either vacation or emergency. But I'll make that decision at the end of the month. So I'm hoping I can save at least $100, $200 this month. We'll see how it goes. So that is my low spend challenge that Liz challenged me to do. So again, I will link her video below when she posts it this afternoon, or maybe she'll post it this morning. I'm not sure. She, I believe, is in Pennsylvania, so she's an hour ahead of me. So she may post her video before I even get there. My mom's car insurance comes out today. That is $96.67. My car insurance comes out. That is $241.85. YouTube Premium, again, I know it went up this month. I don't know how much too. So I'm just budgeting $15. Aflac comes out. That is $37.57. Again, I still really need to file that claim. I just haven't had a chance to. And then I am funding everything through the 7th, so I need to fund Adobe Express. If you watched my September setup, my budget setup, I am going to be looking this month into finding a replacement for my Wondershare, which is the video editing software that I use, and also Adobe Express, to see if I can find cheaper / free alternatives for one or either of them. Both or either of them. Those are all of the bills that I have. And then sinking funds. Sinking funds, the only so if you're not familiar with me, you only have 4 minutes. If you're not familiar with me, I pay all of my credit cards off every week. I keep them all at zero. I use them as like debit cards, because I was able to do a debt consolidation and get everything to zero, which was an amazing blessing for me. So I'm not paying all the interest. The only reason this is showing a balance is because this is from last night's dinner. I did spend $36 on last night's dinner because I had a pitcher of margaritas. So that was half of the margaritas and my nachos and a tip. It is not normally that much. Normally my nachos are $19 with a tip. Because I don't normally get margaritas. I don't really drink like ever, but every once in a while I do, and it's expensive, and I'm reminded of why I don't do it. I am going to fund my sinking funds. Oh my goodness. My mom's utilities, which is up in my bills section. Mom's utilities, I am going to be putting $100 in here. Y'all, my computer is so laggy. So laggy. I'm gonna have to run something and make it not be laggy anymore. So now I officially have $200 saved towards my mom's utilities. Yay! Costco I've already paid for this year, so I am good. Wondershare, I am putting $7.50 in here. Registration and inspection, this is for my car. That is due in October. Holiday Giving is getting its $85. Find Me Gluten Free is the app that I use because I have celiac disease, in case you are not familiar with me. YNAB, this is new. This was fully funded, but because you awesome people used my links, I was able to. This is not actually due until May of next year for me. So I decided to pull the money that was in here to move it toward more immediate obligations that I had and start refunding it. Again, nothing in emergency fund. My 52-week challenge, this gets $53 every week. I will not go into detail about where I come up with that number. Just know this is the one where you save the week of the year, and I'm doing it backwards and forwards. Um, My baby Joe, my great nephew, this gets $2 every paycheck. It's $1 a week. I'm saving his age. Stuff I forgot to budget for. Y'all, I'm sorry I'm going so fast, but I am out of time and I have got to get to work. And I really wanted to talk about that challenge. Stuff I forgot to budget for. Why can't I find it? Also, YNAB did an update today where they call it the Magic Floating Bar, and y'all, I loved it. It was amazing. I am holding off on car maintenance. I did originally plan to put $50 into car maintenance today, but because I am not sure, why do I still have $900 left? What did I forget? Oh, rent. Oh, yeah. Nathan likes it when I pay him rent. Um, because I'm not sure how much money I'm going to need for next week. I'm going to hold off on that. And then if I still have it, I will fund it. I will put this in next week. I have to pay rent. Clothes is getting $25 because I am on my weight loss journey and my clothes are starting to get too big for me, which is, again, an awesome problem to have. But I'm at a point where I need to start saving for new clothes. Okay, that is closer to what I should have because once I put the $600 into rent, which is actually, I've funded that in August because normally I pay it at the end of the previous month. Just worked out to where I got paid on the 1st this time. So it is 8 o'clock. I got paid on the 1st this month. Rent. So rent is $591.39. Okay, that is what I am going to be rolling over. $232.89 is going to roll into my week 2 of September because I am paid bi-weekly, but I budget weekly. I added these categories down here. So every dollar, if you are familiar with zero-based budgeting, you're supposed to assign every dollar a job so that your money that you have available is zero. It's a zero-based budget. In order to make that work for me, I created these categories. This money's job is to be next week's budget. That is what it does. Okay, y'all. It is 8 o'clock. I have to go to work. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your support and clicking on my links, clicking on my affiliate links for Amazon, buying me the coffees, and clicking on like, subscribing. And I appreciate you all so, so very much. If you are new here and this looks interesting, please join us and subscribe to my channel. We really do have fun. Sometimes I'm rushed. Sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm rambly. Actually, to be fair, I'm always rambly, whether I'm rushed or not. Because I'm Becky and I talk a lot. But we always have fun and we always talk about budgeting. Sometimes we talk about a lot of other stuff. Because I ran out of time, I will do an update on Ice Ball next week, and hopefully I'll have pictures by then too that I can include. I did come home with stuff. One of the things is behind me. Where is it? It's right here. And then I also got the dog stuff that I talked about last week. Okay, y'all. Don't forget to check out Liz's channel. Again, I will link that below. And check out my YNAB link. Okay, I love you. Have a fantastic week, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.